Hey guys, I wanted to film another video for you this week to answer a question that I got on my Facebook actually last week, but with the launch of the Ning, I just didn't have a chance to do a video for that question, so I'm doing it now. If I just answer questions in videos like this or interrelated questions and do reviews this way, because then I can show you things and talk to you, and I kind of feel that my passion comes out more when I'm talking about stuff. I find that when I'm like filming a tutorial for journaling deep, I can be like really kind of groggy tired when I start, but once I start painting and get into what I'm doing, I just start going. And I really love doing videos, and I now have the MacBook Pro records in HD-ish, so I can do nice videos just recording right into the computer, which makes it a lot easier than what I was doing before. I wanted to answer a question today that I got on my Facebook. Diane Scott asks, she said, "I think I'm stuck in a background rut. Loving your drawings, they're so free and whimsy. Any suggestions for getting into the habit of just drawing freely?" And I've been thinking about this question a lot, and it's something I've heard from a couple other people, is that everyone seems to really be into doing backgrounds. You know, you see a lot of tutorials on them, on techniques on how to start, and I think that's because when we're teaching art journaling or techniques and stuff, we want to show you from the start to finish. We want to start a journal page and show you how we got to the end. I see that middle portion as like biting into a Sour Patch Kid. You know that you're really gonna like the treat, but initially you're like, and then you're like, oh, this is yummy. And I think that's what happens. We have all these techniques for making backgrounds, and we have all this stuff that we want to write and express, but we kind of have to get from the background that we've created to the expression part, and there's this middle section that people really don't know how to navigate. Because people go, I've done backgrounds and prepped tons of pages in my journal and I just don't know what to do next. And I'm sure if they were presented with, you know, a page that went past the background and was, you know, on that third stage of your journal page where you're writing and you're doodling and you're playing with pens and colored pencils and stuff like that, they would have no problems at that point. And I think we've become really kind of hyper obsessed on the backgrounds. And what I've decided to do in my journal is I have, this is what I'm using as a journal right now, and it's actually, I'm going to rebind it today because I really don't like that the pages are perforated, so they're starting to actually rip out, which, you know, isn't a failing because they're perforated, so of course, you know, they're going to come out. But for example, like this page, I actually started by drawing her first, and then I did everything else. And I'm finding that if you just, you know, I'm working on this so it looks horrible. Draw first and then do your journal page. It's a little easier to do. You know, for example, I have this here and it has that middle part to go and then I can draw on it, but I probably will start drawing first. So I think what we need to do is we need to get over that fear of the blank white page, and we need to embrace it. And if you want to have more whimsy and you want to draw more, you have to stop prepping all of your pages. You need to leave them white and you need to start just drawing on them. Stop worrying about background, stop worrying about colors putting down, stop worrying about techniques. Just get a pen, a pencil, and I usually have a white pen because I want to do white, and just start drawing on things. Find artists that you really like or photographs of things that you like and just start playing around. For example, that picture that journal page I showed you, there's a girl on Instagram who's a model, and I found this picture of her on her feed and I loved her makeup, and those are fake eyebrows and stuff, and so I was like, that looks really cool, that looks different. That's not just doing a portrait for a journal page, that's kind of taking it into this world of fantasy. I came from an illustrated journal background where I would draw something every single day. I didn't worry about backgrounds, I didn't worry about techniques, I didn't worry about sitting in a studio forever and doing things. I just drew. And I think once you get over that fear of the blank page and just see it as, okay, I don't have to have a lot of background on here to make it a journal page. I mean, I have this journal page, there's no paint on it at all. It's a pencil and drawings, but it's really meaningful to me, and it really it's vulnerable. and honest. And it has no paint on it. It has no fancy. You know, you don't need things to look pretty and prepped and magazine ready. I saw that term and I was just like, I've been in magazines. I've been in tons of magazines. And I think there's only one time I've actually made something for the magazine specifically. And everything else has been stuff that I have done, that I have seen value in, or I have seen a story that I want to share, or a technique or an idea that I want to share. And so I send that in and I say, here's something that I've created, and I think it says this, and I think other people would benefit from seeing it. And so there's no such thing as a magazine ready page. If you want more whimsy and you want more drawing in your journal, just leave the paints in the studio, take a pencil and your journal out, just draw, experiment, play, and the whimsy will evolve on its own. So I hope that answers your question and kind of gives you an idea of what you can do. I'll talk to you guys later. I will have a review of the Strathmore Mixed Media paper, this is the 300 series and the 400 series, and compare it to the Canson Mixed Media papers. And I'll do that in a couple days, probably on Monday. So I will see you later, since there's a barking puppy in here now. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye!